Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today is it's almost the end of the FNM for Historic Artisan, but there's still a festival event, so we're going to be joining that one. And this one's a little bit more straightforward deck compared to the Hondens deck I showed you last time. So this one is just straight up mono black zombies. Our our added our added card here is Gempalm Polluter, so you get a few zombies out, you cycle Gempalm Polluter. It causes loss of life for our opponent, so we're kind of leaning on that one. And we're trying to get a ton of zombies in the art, thanks to Stitcher Supplier. Mara Triton conveniently is a zombie. Got some Dark Graph Ghouls for early aggro. Eternal Taskmaster's there sometimes to... Usually when he swings, he's probably gonna die, but the idea is you want to use him to buy back, say, a Gempalm Polluter, or perhaps... Normally it's just Gempalm Polluter, but sometimes buying back another Mara Triton and Lazotep Reaver is not bad either. Since we're doing a lot of straight self-mill, 4 copies of Creeping Chill. Elspeth's Nightmare, because sometimes you need to... Removal's not enough, we just need to know what's in our opponent's hand. And I tried running the 4 Agonizing Remorse, it's just too slow. Or rather, it's too situational in the sense that... Sure, it gets to take out a problematic creature from their hand, but I would rather be spending the 2-drop, say, dropping a 2-drop. Plague Mare is our concession to all the X1 tokens decks. I did run into a Rat Colony deck one time, and that wasn't that much of a problem, but there are a lot of token making decks, so Plague Mares there. They also happen to be conveniently white. Blood for Bones, sometimes we can use it to sack say a Stitcher Supplier, buy back a Lotlet Giant, or even buying back Gempalm Polluter. Most of the time this guy ends up in the hand again. So we're running only 21 lands because most of our most expensive stuff is essentially the 2 Blood for Bones at 4 mana. We're not exactly planning to cast Creeping Chill. The Plague Mare and Elspeth's Nightmare are more utility cards. I originally had Suffocating Blast here, but I figured having the extra 2/2 is not a bad thing. Also, conveniently unblockable by white. So with that said, let's wait for Arena to come back, and we're gonna cash in on that draft. Yeah, it's been a while. I probably want to do a few more drafts again, but I'm probably gonna just spend gold from this time on. I already spent quite a ton of gems just on draft, and oh dear, waiting on server. Yeah, it looks like everyone's busy today. So let's go to profile, then let's go back. We'll see if that fixes it. There you go. Sometimes things happen. So, bunch of other cards I could try as well. There's a Diabolic Edict. That would be a nice one as well. But I'm seeing if I run into quite a, I choose to run Drag from the Underworld instead, because sometimes. No, actually not sometimes. Most of the time, your opponent's gonna have more than one creature. You don't want your opponent to just have the choice, and we're not exactly hitting 7 mana quite a bit, so the flashback is mostly irrelevant. I'd rather hit a Lotlet Giant at that time. Here we go. So turn 2, our only plays Lazotep Reaver. We do get the Blood for Bones, but we're leaning on 2 lands, so I'm gonna mulligan this. Okay, this is much better. I don't need the Blood for Bones immediately, so I'm gonna bin that. We definitely want to run our Boreal Grazer. This changes things quite a bit, because we do need to hit Elspeth's Nightmare on turn 3, so we will play the Baron Moor first. Baron Moor, Lazotep Reaver. Hopefully our opponent... It's possible we're too late already. Our opponent's just going to drop... Great Horn at this Migratory Great Horn. Well, if you're choosing a tap mana, not Urban Utopia, draw card. Okay, that's new. Still might be a bit late, because our opponent's now at 3 mana. This is another way to... Well, it's only mana fixing in the sense it doesn't actually accelerate. Ooh, this could be a Honden deck. awfully slow for one if it's the case. Anyway, that's Elspeth's Nightmare. Opponent might respond with a pumped effect, in which case that's fine with this. Is he gonna pump in response? Nope. Now I'm gonna swing anyway. Our opponent probably just has an Omen of the Sun or something like that. Flame Sweep. Okay, that's fine. So next turn, land, Paradise Druid. Yeah, generally I ran the Flame Sweep also in the Honden's deck. It was quite important there. Now we need to see what our opponent's exactly up to. I suspect it's more Mutate than Honden's. Only because of the... Oh no, it's actually a Honden's deck. Interesting. Okay, we'll take the Honden of Seeing Winds. So this is a different version of it. I did forget about Seal Away, but the thing is sometimes I have to take something that's not a creature. That said, I think black is a very poor matchup for... We're actually behind against this, so to speak. So we're definitely... Okay, at least we're taking out our opponent's cards, so to speak. But now we need to say draw... Blood for Bones is probably a good draw. Okay, Cycle of Barren. Ooh, yuck, we're flooding. We're flooding really badly. Let's play this one just... Yeah, let's assume he has another Seal Away or whatnot. Definitely swinging with both. I don't mind trading. Actually, I think our opponent might trade. That said, we are in big trouble here. Opponent has another Seal Away. Yeah, it's actually considering yeah, Urban Utopia is a good solution. I was running Beanstalk Giant as my extra mana filter. Opponent goes Urban Utopia again. We really need to... Because as soon as our opponent drops a Honden, it... Well, it depends on the Honden, but it's still a problem for us. Also, if we keep flooding, that's also a problem. Yeah, we're... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I might as well start playing lands. It's not like I... Because if... Let's say I randomly draw into that Lotlet Giant, I want to be as close to 7 lands as possible. I would not be surprised if our opponent has the Paradise Druid. He does have more than enough mana. I probably will just sack these. I probably just draw cards at this point. There's no reason not to draw cards. Opponent has another Elspeth's Nightmare. We can't target it, but we can nuke a card from their hand. Let's just swing first. Ironically, he can use his Banishing Light to nuke the Elspeth's Nightmare, which I'm kind of fine with. I'd rather he do that as opposed to do something else. Yeah, that's fine. Basically, this was literally just there to bait this out. It's gonna take forever until we draw something that's not a swamp. I already running 21 swamps at this point. I would run Blast Zone here if it were not the Artisan format. Actually, with this many enchantments, I would not be surprised if our opponent is running Destiny Spinner. That would be a very good play. Well, we did hit the Lotlet Giant, as I figured would happen. It's just a question now if we can actually draw that. And even then, it might not pan out. Like, let's say our opponent, okay. Like, let's say our opponent casts, one of the green Honden. That's probably, that one will, it will literally eat through our board, and we would not, and we'd have nothing to go about it. I'm actually more surprised our opponent's letting us beat him down. Yeah, seriously, I would crack these now. You have a Paradise Druid to give you the alternate color. You already have an Evolving Wild, so that already answers that question. You really don't need the multiple colors at this rate. I'm gonna keep swinging at this one. I'm assuming our opponent has something bigger, so I'm actually gonna wait for him to do a wipe or something, then drop the Lot Ledge. Seriously, our opponent's just taking it like a champ. I will drop the 7th mana. Might as well have it ready than not. Yeah, if this deck were more, if our deck were more aggressive, yeah, our opponent would have sacked these a long time ago. Definitely sacking this to get the color they want. Opponent concedes. Now, if it's because our opponent literally only has one of each Honden, yeah, you have more than that. I think the mistake our opponent made is basically their color selection. Like, they emphasize white for the banishing light, but they might have emphasized it too much. I would have emphasized a lot more in green, a lot more in card draw. In fact, our opponent had all the card draw. He literally was sitting on +2 cards. Never mind, he loses the color fixing. He did have an Evolving Wilds and a Paradise Druid ready. So we get our first win. And that's very scary, if you ask me. That's literally the one matchup we are... Actually, I wouldn't say we are totally unprepared. I willingly chose to be unprepared. My other annoyance is that it looks like the server is very slow today. It's either that or everyone in my entire extended family is using the internet right now. That might be a possibility. So I'm gonna do a quick pause until we get back on track. See you in a minute. And I am back. That was weird. I had to actually restart the game. But we did get our win, so we'll continue on that one. Yeah, it looks like server might be slightly overloaded. Had either that or my internet might be slightly overloaded. Well, how many devices do I have in this house? Probably quite a lot. Anyway, so I'm willing to. The double Lotlet Giant is actually quite bad. It's basically 2 dead cards in our hand. We do have a Reaver into a Polluter, but I'm gonna mulligan this one. I don't want to have 2 dead cards. Okay, this one's a lot better. So 1, 2, 3. I want to keep 3 mana up. Stitcher Supplier is good. We only have 2 copies of this. I might actually just bin the Eternal Taskmaster here. So basically, turn 1 Supplier. Turn 2, if we draw another Swamp, I will play the Swamp Cycle Baron more. Well, there they go. If not, I just play this one. I just play this tap. Or take a risk, play it untap, play the last attempt Reaver. Force our opponent to have Flame Sweep and whatnot. Let's check, make sure, yes, I'm recording. Opponent has Glowspore Shaman in the same plan as I am. Unfortunately, it means our Elspeth's Nightmare doesn't quite do much. We did get the 3rd land, so Let's cycle. Okay, there you go. Eternal Taskmaster. And then the interesting trick we can do is... we swing with Eternal Taskmaster, buy back Gempalm Polluter. Opponent's gonna take their time because of this Evolving Wilds. This, I did consider a green-black Golgari version of this deck. You did have Molder Hulk, so that was a very big plus. So at least get that out of the way. Yeah, Elspeth's Nightmare is so important. So, what are our concerns? Basically, okay, I did not expect that to be a concern. Looks like what happened was our opponent did not get the... beyond the Glowspore Shaman, and probably too many Undergrowth payoffs in their hand and not enough actual payoff in the graveyard. That's my guess. Honestly, it's hard to say. I would have loved to see more, but our opponent milled quite a bit of land, so if they were top heavy in the sense of like a lot of the Undergrowth cards, that's kind of why Undergrowth did not exactly pan out as a mechanic. The only ones I can think of that were good were the Crawl Harpooner, because it will always snipe a good flyer. Okay, definitely running this one. So So worst case scenario, it's Martriton, Gempalm Polluter. Opponent leads into black, into red, into a Mind Stone, which... that scares me a bit. At least we have the mana for Elspeth's Nightmare, but it's not gonna pan out if our opponent has a Mayhem Devil. Also, well, opponent probably does not have a Mayhem Devil. It's Grixis. That's something. So play Martriton. Next turn. Oh. Opponent goes Fiery Cannonade, so... there you go. Honden. Oh, it's that different version of Honden. I'm willing to just play the Elspeth's Nightmare now just to snipe off another Honden. Problem is, if it's the red Honden is gonna give us a clock. Blue Honden, yeah, Mindstone. I actually forgot about this. So take out the Eldest Reborn. That's the good news. Now I actually have to cycle into something better. Yeah, don't worry. You lose 0 life. Good. I'll play Dardraff Ghoul. And cycle again, I guess. Ooh, we drew this. That was not part of the plan. Now, if we draw a Nightmare Horse, that will fit this plan perfectly. Okay, here's a question. Opponent's now sacking the... yeah, that's a proper version of Honden deck. Now the question is... sure, he gets a treasure as a result, but he's already quite loaded for mana at this point. I don't think it quite matters. Actually, no attacks, because I still actually need a token up top. Yeah, Fiery Cannonade is basically... I would just still run Flame Sweep. Okay, he's now got it. Now also note that because he has 3 Hondens, the Gempalm Polluter is not going to survive long enough. Mindstone again. Yeah, I could have run Mindstone. I literally forgot about it. Oh, there's the Lava Coil. So much for blood for bones, but we get to take something off there. Yeah, let's take the other lava core. Why not? Cycle. Palmer Knight. I can technically just, you know what? Let's play Lazotep Reaver because that comes in pairs. Let's get the Falmar Knight back because we can just draw a card with that one. So opponent draws 3 cards, snipes the Lazotep Reaver, gets even more tokens. I would like a Nightmare Horse right about now. Opponent goes for the black. Oh yikes! Yep, that's game. He actually did a lot better in terms of assembling Hondens than I did. Yeah, once you get this going, it's kind of impossible to get back. And hold on. Oh wait, we have to unload now. I don't mind losing this. Yeah, but he's drawing way too many cards. It's not gonna pace well. We literally need to draw into Nightmare Horse just to survive, but even then the Honden just takes it out. Yeah, well played. I literally forgot about Rhinestone. That's actually a very good card. And let's see what our opponent has. Well, the fact our opponent didn't play another Honden. Okay, Eldest Reborn. Yeah, he got all this removal. Our opponent actually doubled up, having both Fiery Cannonade and Flame Sweep. Yeah, I guess that works. It definitely works against our deck. So, yeah, we can concede at this point. There's way too much removal. Yeah, so this is the version where you are not in a hurry to get the Honden. You're just taking control of the board. It would be base red, which makes sense because that's the color of the best Honden, the one that you can get down early, get control quickly, and whatnot. So yeah, if you're playing if Hondens become more of a thing, remember that that green card in Ikoria that lets you exile 3 enchantments. That's gonna go very well. Actually, at this point, I would not be surprised if I see a ton of Honden decks. But here we go. Martriton, Gempalm Polluter. I'm willing to keep this. Opponent leads. Okay, this is the Artifacts deck. Okay, we lead in the Stitcher Supplier at least. Oh. Opponent, all that lit. Oh, Curious Obsession. So opponent's gonna lean on a lot of card draw. We're gonna have to kind of race our opponent. It's probably gonna be bad for us because we don't have a single piece of removal. At least this is not staggering insight. Oh, this is Flyers. Oh, lucky for us. Opponent probably takes this. It doesn't feel great sniping the Ornithopter, but I should still snipe. I should still snipe the Ornithopter. Yeah, Elspeth's Nightmare is a good fit for this one. Another Curious Obsession. Okay. Conclave Tribunal to... Okay, that's... Well, it seems like he's protecting something. Probably the Conclave Tribunal. Okay, got an Eternal Taskmaster. We could cycle the Gempalm Polluter. I might want to just wait on that a bit. Really could use another mana at this point. More mana at this point. And there you go. Okay. That's what it's there for. We're gonna milk that for as much as we can. So we got a bit of a race situation. Oh, wow. It's a good thing we still have spot removal. Opponent does land another ornithopter. Keep hitting Lotlet Giants. Let's cycle Gempalm Polluter now because I'm basically sacking these two Martritons. There's our other land. Let's see if he's definitely gonna trade. And I have a choice here. Actually, let's go for this. Because at worst, I draw a land. Eternal Taskmaster swings. I buy back Gempalm Polluter. That's basically two damage in. Now the concern is if our opponent has a way to grow the Siren Storm Tamer even bigger. This diagraph pool. I'm concerned our opponent has a Rally of Wings, but I might not have a choice in this matter. I could just play these out. Okay, good. Hit another Creeping Chill. We only got about 2 more. And take note, this does not target if done this way. So sacking Siren Storm Tamer does nothing here. I could swing with this now, but I'm concerned he has Rally. He might want to just use it. Okay. 4, 6, 8. Okay, just drawing cards. Okay, let's say his Rally of Wings. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, the lifelink is going to be a problem. Well, he's only attacking with 1 creature. The problem is the Siren Storm Tamer is protected from any spot removal I have. And he's drawing tons of cards off this. And there's another Empyrean Eagle. Yeah, the problem is how many lands did we mill? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we didn't quite draw the rest of the lands, and we actually drew into both giants. Yeah, I kind of want to get the Cycler back. Yeah, not hitting lands is a problem. Probably gonna lose the Eternal Taskmaster in the process. Actually, yeah, we're kind of dead at this point. Yeah, so didn't quite pan out. The Lotlet Giants are starting to look more like a liability. I could probably run some cheaper ones, but it negates the Blood for Bones benefit. We'll still keep going. Yeah, we just had some very. Did I? No, I did not draw into. No, I drew into those eventually. I did not keep those in my opening hand, I think. Okay, this is keepable. We got Para from Elspeth's Nightmares just to rip on our opponent that's probably mono red. Definitely cycling that. So turn to. Oh, black green again. I'll probably just lead with Lazotep Reaver if it's. Oh, Order of Midnight. I could lead with Stitcher Supplier. Let's just lead with Martriton. Deck. Okay, hit 2 creatures, not so great. The fact our opponent led on Order of Midnight's interesting. Usually you're saving this to buy stuff back. What's our opponent's tree drop? Also, the fact that this can't block means, well, it's always going to swing. That's one thing. What is our opponent up to? Gabriel. Oh, it's a discard deck.
Dealing with you.
Let's discard the. Probably discard the Stitcher Supplier. Opponent can't. Yeah, opponent can't block, so. Okay, we did not want to draw that.
Good luck with your little duel.
So at least this one will. It won't snatch one of the painful four drop permanent 4-drop enchantments, but it might snatch something else. Yeah, drawing this is usually the most painful thing that can happen to us, next to, say, drawing a Lotlet Giant. Spectre Shriek. Probably lose the other Elspeth's Nightmare. Can't take the Swamp. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess having Spectre Shriek is expected. It's kind of poor against Rat Colony, but it is still 1:1, and you take a decent, and you can always just exile one of your own cards if it's that, if the situation's that bad. Oh, the nice thing is we get to double Lazotep Reaver. We'll only end up. I am not letting our opponent get the Lucky Clover. Too much trauma related to that. Also, I might as well just empty this out. Our opponent will make us discard the Creeping Chill, which is kind of fine, I guess. He could make us discard that. He could just hold this up, drop the Falmar Knight. That's fine too. Edgewall Innkeeper into Falmar Knight. That'll draw him an extra card and leave him 1 mana up for Liliana's Triumph. They don't get to shoot. They could just make me sack it right now. Yeah. Let's exile that graveyard.
This has been a waste of my time.
Opponent probably just blocks the Amass token with the Falmar Knight. But now I have to decide if I want to cast the Stitcher Supplier or just cast the I think I'll cast the Creeping Chill. I sincerely, like, our opponent could just cast this, but when we're down to 1 card, it's actually fine for us because it means he kind of does half a thing with all his mana. Opponent goes Rose Thorn Acolyte, so not. I guess we're swinging with Mar Triton, if only just to. Well, I guess we're still swinging with Mar Triton. Land, Blood for Bones. The Blood for Bones would be nice, but I will take a Plague Mare sniping the Edgewall Innkeeper. And we now have a semi-aggressive base to swing with. Opponent has 6 mana, so he could just drop this next turn. Green-black as an adventure deck. Kind of missing out on some of the well, you have. Well, black has some of the good and good uncommon adventures. And drag Diagraph Ghoul. Now we still have to play these swamps out because we are planning to hit with the Lazotep Reaver. No, not Reaver. We're planning to hit with the Lotlet Giant, but we're 2 mana away. Also need to keep some creatures up. Opponent plays Lucky Clover. What are his potential? Oh. Order of Midnight would be annoying. Huh, did you mill out both Blood for Bones? No, that's just 1. Yeah, we just lost 1. All done. Just gonna wait a bit. There you go. Yeah, sometimes there's a bit of a delay in that sense. Opponent does not want to lose Rose Thorn Acolyte because they have this one ready. Okay, they now have the... okay, Rebirth Knight. Funny thing, I can still... the funny thing is, I can still swing with March Rifle. Actually, I could swing with all three. The opponent makes a sensible block with Plague Mare, goes down to 2. Or I could just wait next turn. Yeah, it's some lag here. Let's see if... I sincerely doubt our opponent's gonna... well, actually I would not be surprised if our opponent does block. Nope, doesn't. Probably means he has some sort of sweeper craft. The Carnarium would be a very good one. Yeah, I guess... yeah, nuking the Lucky Clover when I had that chance was... it was quite good in the sense that if our opponent had the option to nuke more cards off our hand, he probably would have taken it. But that said, adventures on their own... probably missing some of the good interactions, like say the Trail of Crumbs getting the food tokens. Well, Wicked Wolf is a rare, so that's not an option. Yeah, but we are experiencing a bit of a slowdown, so I might have to pause again and reset the game. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. And I'm back. That's just a bunch of weirdness. Basically, yeah, at least the games are finishing when it gets cut off, but I pretty much have to restart again. I've already tried clearing out the DHC piece, gotten rid of a bunch of connections that are not being used anymore. Lots of, not exactly quite guests, but more like a bunch of old devices that weren't exactly being quite used. Probably need to re-identify some of these. Okay, so turn 1 Diagraph Ghoul, turn 2 nothing, turn 3 something. It's poor, but I'll keep it. Yeah, this is what I do not... yeah, this... sometimes you end up drawing this in the same way sometimes I draw Creeping Chill, so... but Creeping Chill is less likely to be a dead draw compared to... I'm gonna play Spectral Sailor, which is... okay, if it's the flying deck again, hopefully we can... okay. Ooh, different. This is the flash deck. In fact, our opponent hasn't cast anything. I'm suspecting he's leaning on some sort of counter. This is probably the one case where Suffocating Blast would be better versus the Plague Mare. Like... let's cast this first. Let's see if it's definitely gonna eat a counter spell. Basically, I have no choice but to make our opponent cast it. There's the Quench. Our only saving grace is we don't see any Night Pack. We're not gonna see Night Pack ambushers or whatnot. Oh, I didn't want to draw that. So probably play the Elspeth's Nightmare. Yeah, there's the Frilled Mystic. Counter City. Bit of a race now. I guess I could just hold this back. Now I could cast this, hope this lands. Probably gets countered. That's the catch. And let's just cast Plague Mare again. Yeah, our opponent probably just kept a handful of Frilled Mystics. This will be so annoying. Nope, Essence Scatter. Cutting Night Bonder. Okay, opponent's down to... So now we have to go back to our draft pool. Okay, we can save... I'll play this March right then. Let's get rid of that last counter. And you got dragged to the underworld, so we're gonna pass the turn. Opponent probably, if opponent goes to draw a card, we just drag. Constant Shore Shark. Okay. Who's the target? Oh no! He just hard cast it. That's fine too. Now let's see what this last... Okay, another Eternal Taskmaster. Let's force our opponent to use that last card. Also... Probably has a Quench, I guess. That would... There you go. So now I need to draw 3 more lands just to get into this. Okay, let's take a look at our options. We can get Gempalm Polluter. We can get... Yeah, probably Gempalm Polluter. Okay, let's get the Gempalm Polluter back. At least it allows us to dig into more cards. And we can kinda race. Not so much. Problem is our opponent draws more cards faster than we can. Let's just cycle it now. Not quite... Not quite winning this race. It's only a matter of time before our opponent draws a Curious Obsession. Okay, Lazotep Reaver is good. Opponent is cutting Night Bonder, so we're gonna go down to 4. Opponent's down to 1 card. I'm gonna cast... Let's cast a Creeping Chill first, because I actually want the Reaver to stick. If any, this might force our opponent to draw a card right now. See if they can dig into Hemisphere's Insight. Draw 2 cards. I didn't realize our opponent... Ooh, okay, we bought ourselves a little time. This one might get countered. But we are just one... But we need to get rid of all these counters in his hand right now, because we are one net running Night Bonder again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold back. I'm actually gonna swing with this one right now. It'll force him to block because he knows I have creeping chill. Doesn't matter which one I target. We're not getting it back. So it means, oh, he didn't block. Does this mean our opponent has a way to pump? Or maybe has a way to counter when it's digging cards. I'm surprised he didn't just go for this one. Okay. Tap. One land. No, drag to the underworld. Okay, so let's do some math. Swing with Eternal Taskmaster, get back... Oh, wait. Swing with Eternal Taskmaster, get back Gempalm Polluter. He's gonna assume I'm going to go for the Gempalm. There is no Veil of Summer. Thank goodness they banned that one. Definitely want to force him to double block. Is there a way he can give hexproof? There is a way, but he needed blue mana, and he tapped all of that out. Okay. It doesn't matter which of these two, just one of them will be fine. And with that, nice trade. Opponent is flooding badly. Also, probably has to hold this. Oh no, he's still going aggro. Probably means he has another drop. Got himself a blood for bones. I'm forcing our opponent to respond to this. He can wait for me to respond to the trigger, so he might... Or I could just cycle the... Oh, I should have held priority first. I just auto-pay now. Has a Spectral Sailor for blocks. In which case it turns out it's not so bad. It lets me cast the Plague Mare instead, force a counter that way. Yeah, there's a Frilled Mystic, so we go down to 1. Ooh, this is gonna be tight, guys. So we have to cycle Gempalm Polluter first. We got it. Not so great. We might actually lose this one because how many Frilled Mystics did we go through? 1. So let's assume he has another one. I don't think I'm gonna go through another Gempalm Polluter. Yep, that's no good. So yeah, if he has a blocker, that's game. Oh wait, I should not have cycled all the way. There's the Cunning Knight Pounder. Yeah, I misplayed that one. I forgot I had Mar Triton. I could have used that to gain life. I also could have just... Wait, did I have enough? I had enough land. I could have just pressed the answer right then and there. Yeah, I got too cute. That was my fault. Oops. So let's get... So despite the lag, let's keep going. Let's see if we can get this one through. Almost close to an hour. We're about two wins away from getting the whole set, but it might take a while. Okay, so this is not great. I can cycle this for nothing. I get no benefit from this at all. Let's mulligan this. This is yuck, scary. Oh well, it's a no penalty format. Let's keep this. Bin the creeping chill. Let's bin one Gempalm Polluter. And let's greet our opponent hello because he was nice to say hello to. Yes, I just said hello. No need to say hello again. Or rather, are you saying hello to my hello? In which case, if I hello again, you'll hello again. It's... no, I guess it's an opponent that just has a lot of things to say. I'm gonna... You know what? No need to be annoying just yet. Opponent goes Timoret. We go Mar Triton. Now we're knocking on wood that we do hit that land. Ugh, that was one land. At least we can swing into this guy. And no matter how much devotion our opponent... Ooh, nice. That was my idea. Yuck. Yeah, no benefit, so... Ugh, and I drew the creeping chill. Yep. I did mull to 5, so what else are you gonna expect? Plague Mare is a very good choice here, though... I think in that last game, I would have preferred Suffocating Blast and some Baron more. Okay, we're going to be so behind. Opponent Omens to get Flash. The only saving grace we have here is that it doesn't matter what our opponent's toughness is with regards to Elspeth's Nightmare. Opponent nukes those cards, but I'm nowhere near that point. So let's see if we can actually survive this. So far, opponent hasn't dropped any real big guns yet. I'll just, yeah, draw a card, do something. Play a land, play that. I could just play the Plague Mare, but I need more information on our opponent. Yeah, see, our opponent's just responding reasonably well. He's actually doing a lot better than I am, considering how many. So we're down to 9. Opponent goes Grey Merchant, so down to 3. Yeah, we are. At least we take that out, but we're not gonna survive the next one. That's a good game. Yeah, multiply very hard. Also, yeah, opponent had the appropriate Plague Mare at the right time, but it's reasonable. Opponent kept a very good hand. We had to drop 2 cards just to get a semi-reasonable hand. Sometimes that's how Magic works. So let's keep going on this one. Probably, if I don't win this next game, I might just do just one more game. Then I'll have to finish the festival off camera. That's how it's gonna go. So this is a better keep. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. Question is, do I lead on Stitcher Supplier, or actually I'm just gonna lead on Baron more. Yeah, I will regret it if the next card I draw is a Creeping Chill again. So opponent goes Envoy. Okay, goes Gempalm Polluter. We'll lead off on Reaver. So this could be white-blue aura, so there might be a staggering insight. No insight yet. I don't want to see Alcide. Another envoy. So we get to nuke one at least. Then next turn, you can go there's the Alcide. I don't mind swinging with my board onto that one. And we drew into the other creeping shill. I think it has 4 cards into it. Then there's a Karametra's Blessing. Okay, so I guess I don't attack. So it's just taking out all the cards. Oh, there's another one. Okay, dodge that bullet. So, you know what? Stitcher Supplier. We're gonna play the Baron more because we've already drawn 2 of our creeping chills. What are the odds we draw the 3rd one? Also, our opponent didn't have to cast this immediately. Oh wait, he could have just held it. So now the Plague Mirror is actually very good. Opponent's slightly incentivized to... Okay, Ornithopter not so much. You know what? Let's cast a Creeping Chill. Let's make our opponent let's make our opponent drop the other Spectral Sailor. Oh, he's not dropping it. Staggering Insight. Okay. So gains a little life back. Kind of want... Okay, he's not gonna drop it. He's gonna play it safe. So swing again. Maybe that will make him drop it. Oh, there, he did drop it. He might actually hold back Transcend. Oh. Oh, this is a problem. Now I have to rush. Now I need to draw spot removal. At least we got rid of the Alcide, but darn, spot. Will we hit spot removal in time? Maybe not. Yeah, he can. So I'm gonna go down 8. So this is literally just me trying to stay alive. Yeah, that's a very timely all that glitters. I figured that much was gonna happen. Drawing these was a problem too. I did not... Okay, going back up to 20. We'll cycle the Gempalm Polluter. Hope we hit it. Do we hit it? No, we hit the land. Yeah, that's a good game. Yeah, problem is we did not draw into our... We had many... I wouldn't say we had many chances. We had quite a few chances. We just... Do we have... How many pieces removal we have? Technically we only have like the tree drag to the underworld, so not so great. I originally ran Tendrils of Corruption here, but most of the time it was too slow. Like even in this case, I only had like what, 6 lands, and not all of them were swamps. Okay, this is definitely keepable. Turn 2 Mar Triton, Nightmare. Opponent leading on their Stitcher Supplier. Ooh, that's the other version of the reanimation deck. So we really want to hold on to drag. Blood only gets from our own... Wait. That's a weird one. It's only our graveyard, so... That was fast. I think our opponent figured out what we were doing. Or they didn't get the 1-2 punch. Okay, since that was very fast, let's do one more game. We might finish it then, might not. We'll see. So, overall, personally, I still prefer playing the Hondet's deck from the last episode. That one's still kind of my favorite. Some of the removal might be questionable. Okay, so turn to Mar Triton into we cycle if we have to. I guess I'll keep this. Yeah, I'm already a bit skeptical about having 2 copies of Lotlet Giant. I might just bring that down to 1. The Blood for Bones. Yeah, we really need a lot of early drops. This might be the flyer deck again. In which case we just lead off with Mar Triton, I suppose. Get some stuff going in the yard. Knock on wood, we hit our... Also, the number of lands that we're milling might make an argument for running more than 21. Only goes Terramander, so this could be a spell step. Might be a problem. Okay, we mill 1 and 1. Next turn, I might just go Eternal Taskmaster because that allows us to buy back the Diregraph Ghoul. Opponent probably goes Curious Obsession, in which case I'm hoping... Okay, no Curious Obsession quite yet. I'm suspecting our opponent has some sort of counter effect, so I'm gonna just play the Eternal Taskmaster knowing it will get countered. So yeah, let's get rid of as many counters our opponent has in their hand. Hold on, this need to respond to this. Okay, there's the Curious Obsession. Now, I guess that means what he's doing is he's sandbagging. Okay, I don't want to cast Blood for Bones quite yet because I will sacrifice a creature even if he and I'll be down a creature if he counters it. Opponent's actually letting these slide, so I'm gonna end the turn here. Opponent's probably gonna drop one of their flash creatures at this point. There's no good reason to hold up 2 mana. There's a Brindborn Cutthroat. So I can at least cycle, take him down to 10. I might just be willing to take the damage. One's holding back. Okay, pass. Okay, let's cycle this one. Now, Repudiate Replicate could counter this, but okay, I don't think anyone's running it. Let's see. What do we want? Well... Ooh, Drag to the Underworld is a good option. Stitcher Supplier is a good option. I can swing with everything. We can cycle the get the Gempalm Polluter back. He has to. We are 1 mana shy, so this actually incentivizes our opponent to start taking out our creatures, which helps our Lotlet Giant in the long term. Wanna play Spectral Sailor. He might play another creature just to be able to block Eternal Taskmaster. That's going to be very annoying. He could also just block these 2. Merfolk Trickster. Okay, that should take out quite a bit. Also takes out the Death Touch here, so he can safely block. Opponent literally unloaded everything now. I guess that was my best chance to take this out. Okay, nice. Got a Creeping Chill. So our opponent's virtually down to 4. Let's see, if we Blood for Bones, I probably sack the Supplier, get back I definitely want to cycle this first. Because the plan would be to get Reaver, then... Okay, Gust of Wind. Okay, 1 less token. If our opponent's casting it now, does it mean we're clear? I'm not convinced. Let's just block with this one now. I'm not too convinced quite yet. I probably could have just taken the damage. Okay, milled some lands, milled another drag, so that's a drag. Okay, so targeting is not an option. He did get a land. Yeah, that I have to submit something, but I can just decline the effect. Well, not that it matters anyway. Oh! I made a mistake. I should have targeted myself. Now I don't get the card. Oh wait, it only hits the ability. Okay. That was so unnecessary. Oh, I drew all of them. This is not good. And how much mana away? Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will die next turn. I won't be able to cast Lotlet. I will need to cast a 1-drop, then a Blood for Bones. Yeah, this is a good game. I should not have blocked with that one. I should have given myself the option. Though our opponent probably has a way to counter it. Okay, we'll see if this pans out. Probably this gets countered. And even then, what am I going to do? I'm gonna just take 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this gets countered, so let's get the good game ready. Oh, just a Brainborn. Well, that makes it definitely fatal. Plus, we have no way of. There's a good game. Oh well, so there's the. So there you go. That's the Zombies Artisan deck. If I had to choose one, would I actually run this? I probably would run this, but not in Artisan. There are so many cards in Rare that I really want to have access to. Crypt Breaker is a very good example. That one generates zombies very easily. Also discards cards, so having the Stranded Lotlet Giant or the Stranded Creeping Chill is not an issue. Anyway, so there you go. That's it for this episode, the Magic Arena run. I'll probably just get this last one off camera. But that's it for this episode. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. are there any? There aren't that many. How do I say this? I did feature most of them in the Hondens deck, but otherwise, as far as commons and uncommons go, Historic Anthology has quite a good number of utility ones, but in the end, it's really all about the rares. Maybe next episode, I'll do a feature on some of the rares for Historic. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great day.